Hi. Picture this. I'm driving down the road the other day, and this like really sleek SUV just cuts right in front of me.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking, okay, someone's got places to be. But then I realize it's a Mitsubishi Outlander, the PHEV specifically.
Right.
And it really got me thinking, you see all these plug-in hybrids around these days, but what makes this Mitsubishi different? What makes it special, especially for European drivers? Well, that's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
We've got two press releases, both brand new, one from Mitsubishi's headquarters in Tokyo, and then another one specifically for Europe.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we're going to see what they're saying about this relaunch.
It's interesting you say that because this isn't just some niche car. I mean, the previous Outlander PHEV, it was a huge hit in Europe.
Really?
It sold like 200,000 units.
Wow.
This is the world's best-selling plug-in hybrid 4WD SUV.
Hold on, if it was so popular, why relaunch it? Why even bother?
You've hit on a very important point. See, the current Outlander PHEV hasn't actually been available in Europe.
Ah, okay.
So this isn't just an update. This is their big comeback.
Okay, so it's a comeback story. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're not being shy about it either. They want that top spot back.
I see. So they're using this phrase, "aifurudu," which, I gotta be honest, sounds kind of strange.
Yeah.
They're saying it means authentic and majestic.
Right.
Is that just marketing, or is there something to it?
Well, Aifurudu, it's really fascinating. It shows a very Japanese approach to design.
Okay.
It's all about this blend of tradition with high tech, strength and sophistication all at the same time. And you see that in the car itself. They're pushing their PHEV tech, the gas and electric mix, but they're also highlighting the design, that bold look. And of course, safety, which is a big deal for Europeans.
Yeah.
So it's a balance.
Okay, and they chose this specifically for Europe, this whole concept. So what are they trying to say to European car buyers? What do they think Europeans want?
I think they're going after the buyer who wants more than just a car, They want something with a story, something that makes a statement. Mitsubishi is tapping into that, this desire for something special.
So it's about the experience, not just the car.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
One thing that jumped out at me was this upgraded battery. Over 80 kilometers on electric only WLTP cycle.
Right.
Now, for those of us who don't speak car, what does that mean? What does that actually look like day to day?
This is a big deal, especially in Europe.
Okay.
Imagine this, your commute, taking the kids to school, grocery shopping, all of that, no gas.
Wow.
That's what this range means for a lot of Europeans.
And with cities in Europe trying to go green, get rid of emissions, that's got to be a huge selling point for them.
Absolutely. And it's not just about being good to the environment.
Right.
It's about convenience. Think about it. You plug in at home, you wake up every morning, you've got a full tank, essentially.
Right.
No more rushing to the gas station, range anxiety, gone. That's a big one for people thinking about electric.
Yeah, those low battery notifications are the worst.
Exactly.
It's not just about saving fuel, though. They've also made it more powerful, right? Like a 20% boost.
Yeah.
So it's not just appealing to, the eco-friendly side of us, but also, that need for speed.
Yeah, you got it. Europeans, they love to drive.
Right.
And a more powerful electric motor. That means faster acceleration. It's that little zoom when you hit the pedal that makes it, more exciting to drive.
Now we're talking. Speaking of zoom, let's get into the design. They've gone with this dynamic shield front end. What's that all about?
It's an interesting look, for sure. They use words like bold and adventurous to describe it. They want it to stand out, but then they also mention sophistication. So it's like they're trying to balance that rugged look with something a little more well-refined.
Trying to appeal to everyone.
Maybe it's like they're covering all their bases.
I see. And then there's the jet tail fin and that hexagonal design in the back. They're saying it's inspired by the Mitsubishi Pajero, which, for those who don't know, that's a seriously tough off-road vehicle.
Yeah, the Pajero is an icon, especially in Europe.
Right.
So using those design elements is clever. It taps into that nostalgia, gives the design a little bit of a story.
It's like they're saying, hey, this is a tough car, but in a really stylish way.
Right. It's not just about being rugged, though.
Yeah.
They also talk about this idea of omotenashi in the cabin.
Omotenashi?
It's a Japanese concept, kind of hard to translate, but it's about hospitality, making you feel welcome.
Okay.
So think high-quality materials, a feeling of spaciousness, and just those small touches that make you feel good.
So they're going for that luxury vibe.
Yeah, they want it to feel like a really nice place to be, not just a car.
Makes sense. But a luxury car with an awesome sound system, right? Because they've teamed up with Yamaha on this one.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It is. What made them think of Yamaha for a car sound system?
It shows they're serious about the audio. This isn't just about having a bunch of speakers. It's about creating a specific sound tailored to the car. They even use words like concert hall to describe it.
Wow, so you're really getting the full experience. Okay, but what about the tech? They've got those big 12.3-inch screens, smartphone integration, voice control. Is that neat, or is it's pretty standard these days?
You're right. You see that in a lot of cars now. But it's how Mitsubishi's using it.
Okay, how so?
They're not treating it like a gimmick. These features are supposed to make driving safer and more enjoyable. Like that connection with your smartphone, being able to use voice commands so your hands stay on the wheel.
Right.
And those big screens, they put all the information right there where you need it.
So it's all about being useful, not just flashy.
Exactly. And speaking of useful, they've also got the Mitsubishi Connect app.
Oh, yeah. What's that all about? It's more than just an app, right?
Way more. It basically gives you control of your car from your phone. You can check your battery, see how the charging is going, even preheat or cool the car.
No way. That's amazing, especially on those freezing mornings.
Right. It's all about convenience and peace of mind. Cars are becoming more connected to our lives, and this app is a great example of that.
Totally. Speaking of being connected, what about safety features? European drivers are all about that. What's Mitsubishi done on that front?
They've really gone all out.
Okay, like what?
We're talking autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warnings, blind spot monitoring, all of that. And not just the basic versions. These systems use sensors and cameras to give you a complete view around the car.
Wow, so it's like having an extra set of eyes on the road.
Yeah, exactly. And that's huge for safety, especially in Europe where it's such a priority.
They really did their homework. It's clear they're taking this European relaunch seriously.
Oh, absolutely. They're not just testing the waters, they are back in the game. This Outlander PHEV, it's their big move.
It really makes you think, you know? Like, what do people in other parts of the world look for in a car? What's important to them?
It's like car design is its own language.
Yep. Right.
And every region has a different dialect.
Yeah.
What works in one place might not work somewhere else.
Totally. Like, here in the US, we love our big trucks, big SUVs.
Right.
I don't know if this whole jet tail fin thing would be as popular here.
Probably not. And then you have parts of the world where it's all about price. How much does it cost to own? How good's the gas mileage?
Right.
Those fancy sound systems and driver assistance features, they're not at the top of the list.
Fascinating how different things are everywhere. It's like Mitsubishi's playing this global game of chess, you know? They have to think about every move.
That's a great way to put it. It keeps things interesting, that's for sure. The car industry is always changing. New technology, new ideas about sustainability, they have to keep up.
It's been amazing, this whole deep dive into the Outlander PHEV. We really got into it, didn't we? It's not just about the car itself, it's about everything behind it.
Exactly. It makes you think about the bigger picture, you know, the future of driving.
For sure. It makes you wonder, would I ever go electric? Would I go plug-in hybrid? This Outlander, it's got me thinking.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. A lot to consider.
It really is. So to everyone listening, we'll leave you with this, what would make you switch to electric? Or even just a hybrid. It's something we're all thinking about more and more these days.
It's the question, isn't it? The future is coming.
That's for sure. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Until next time.
We'll be back soon with another topic that's caught our attention. See you then.